Hello, everybody. Oh, let me put my little light on. There we go. How is everybody doing? Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was just finishing lunch. I ate my lunch later than expected because I was trading and I got stopped out of this. Guys, this was a brutal break-even trade. I'm not gonna lie, like literally look at this. We came up, worked out my break-even and just headed straight to my TP. So a little bit annoyed about that one. New overlay looks great. Thank you. I worked so hard on this, honestly. It took me ages. I spent way more time on this than I'd like to admit, but yeah, so this is the break-even that I've just experienced. I then took a loss. I removed it off here because it was just kind of cluttering up my screen, but I took a loss. After taking my break-even, I thought when we came down to here and we had this rejection, we were ready to turn around, but that trade was not logical whatsoever. Kind of annoyed at myself for taking that loss, not gonna lie. But anywho, we're not gonna let it affect the rest of our trading day. So yeah, what I'm looking for today is I'm looking for, just do that. I'm looking for a rejection around London low is what I'm looking for. As you can see on ES, this fib projection lines up with London low perfectly. This one lines up just before London low. So I'm open to still entering longs if we have SMT at the low, for sure. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this to get hit. Wait for some sort of reaction, a sweep of a high, a retracement to OTE, and I'll enter longs. I'm waiting for the long setup rather than trying to chase these shorts, which I got involved in and obviously got stop break even. So yeah, that's the plan of attack right now. What is everybody's thoughts on life? I'm just going to put a little story up on my Instagram to tell everybody that I'm live so that they are aware. Let me just do this right now. Quick, what is going on? There we go. Let me just put this on my Instagram story so that everybody knows that we are live right now. While I'm waiting for my long setup. Anyways, got a little matcha next to me. Iced white chocolate matcha from Starbucks, guys. Get you know, this shit is so good. So yeah, that's what we've got going on right now. Join the live stream. Let's add a little link to this. No one's very chatty today. We have 33 people on, but nobody's chatting. How is everybody? I don't want to talk to myself. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Hello, hey. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Quite annoyed about this little break even we got going on here, and I then proceeded to like FOMO into longs and took a loss, which I'm annoyed at myself for, but I am not letting that ruin the rest of my trading day. I don't have the loss on my screen because it was too cluttered and I couldn't see straight, but yeah. Did you catch the London retracement? I did not. I tried to catch shorts right here, but got stopped out at break even right here. And then it ran to my TP. So that's pretty sad. I'm pretty sad about that, for sure. Very sad about that, actually. But it is what it is. You can't have everything in life. You can't have everything in life. Get rid of this now. Trying to figure out some nice fibs to use right now. We have this, and we also have this. I don't like the fact that ES is on my left, and oh, this is actually MNQ. Okay, that's much better. Yes, I am from the UK. Rid of these. Yeah, that's the one that's useful right now. Get into the wind. Da, 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 da. Don't need that one anymore. Aren't you watching England playing India in the semi-final of the something World Cup? No, I literally don't watch football, if that even is football. I do not watch football. I don't find it entertaining, if I'm being completely honest with you. It is just not my vibe. Get into the groove. Guys, does everybody like my new live stream layout? I made it myself. Please compliment me because it took me way too long. I wanna rock with you all night. Dun, 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 to the sunlight. Prefer that leg a little more, I think. I wanna rock with you all night. Listen to the sunlight. I wanna rock with you. It's fire. Thank you, Alan. I would like to see... Honestly, I don't know what I would like to see. That can go now. That does not really need to be here. I would like to see a rejection out of London low, to be honest. That would be optimal. That would be really optimal. We have this 4-hour high, previous daily high, London high above us. We also have Asia high above us on NQ, as that did not get swept. So yeah, I would love to see a reversal out of this area. In fact, let me see what's going on here. Okay, I thought that New York session midpoint was going to line up with London low, but it doesn't quite. But I still much prefer longs today. But we'll see how we react from London low. If we continue if we continue with displacement through London low, then I would be inclined to say that we may come to New York AM session low. But I would really not be too happy to get involved in that, I don't think, unless we have some sort of pullback. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping for an AMD situation here. We have the A, we have the M, and we distribute to the highs. That's what I'm looking for today. As you can see, we've had our accumulation through pre-market. We're starting to manipulate lower. We just had unemployment claims at 8:30, but they didn't actually really do anything. Yes, I will. Okay, let's do a poll. Let's see what everyone's bias is for the day. Or for the session, should I say. Bias for New York AM session. Bullish, bearish. Neutral. There we go. There we go. Are you a multi-funded trader? I am indeed. I am just gonna swap account to this account, which is in drawdown, but that is fine. ICT tells not to trade Thursday and Friday of NFP week. Yeah, I'm aware. I just I don't know. I don't listen to everything ICT says. In fact, I hardly even trade with ICT concepts anymore. Like I do still use the teachings, but I don't really trade with his concept much anymore. I wanna rock with you. I prefer to just sit down, look at my charts, see what I can see, and if I can't see anything, then I won't trade. If I can see something, then I'll trade, you know? Hearts have no fear. Claudia the Candle Whisperer is here. Well, not this morning, unfortunately. All night. The only news we had today in terms of Red Folder was at 8:30, which did pretty much nothing. Like, we had a small wick, but yeah, it was nothing major. It was 20 handles, if that. You don't learn from people that learned from ICT. No. No. I incorporate everything I learned from ICT's videos because I watched a shit ton of his videos, so I can still incorporate the teachings about things like not taking longs if we have relative equal lows, right there, those type of things, I'll incorporate for sure, but I don't follow ICT to a tick whatsoever. I don't follow everything he says. I don't really use a lot of his concepts. I obviously use session liquidity, which you could say is a concept of his. And I use midnight open as a confluence. I use OTE, but I mainly just use fib projections paired with session liquidity. That's the main thing that I do. I am new to trading, only 6 months in it. Got my first funded account and blew it in 2 days. That's okay. It happens to everyone. I literally don't know anyone who passed their first funded account. I can't name a singular person. So don't worry about that. It happens. It happens. It happens. What do you recommend to do when you start trading? Step 1, open a TradingView paper trading account. Download TradingView on your laptop or computer. Do it on a laptop and a computer, not a phone. You can't properly learn trading from a phone, in my opinion. Get that onto your desktop, mess around, open a paper trading account, watch YouTube. There are so many free resources on YouTube to learn trading. I can't emphasize this enough. You don't need to pay for a course to learn the basics. Maybe pay for a mentor later to help you really dig into what you need to improve on, but there is literally no point buying a course from the get-go. You can learn 90% of what you need to know from YouTube, if not everything. It's just knowing where to find it, which is why people find paying for mentors is a little bit better because it speeds up the process. But you don't need to pay for a course. I don't trade pairs, I just trade futures. What is True Day Open? True Day Open is the same as Midnight Open, so it's the price at midnight New York time. So it's right here, as you can see. It's basically Asia close. But yeah, it's Midnight Open. you can see. But you can see we really do respect it. Like, you can see price come up to here and literally like miss it by 1 tick, whether we touched it on no, we didn't, but you can see like how we really do use it throughout the day. You can see us kind of bouncing from it, bounce, came up, bounce. So yeah, and where I actually got break even, we literally tapped 2-day open again, as you can see. Like, I got in shorts here, we wick down, we come up, tap 2-day open, and then head to my TP. Very sad. The swing projection you're using is also from ICT, right? Honestly, I've got no idea. Like, I don't know whether this is ICT or not. ICT might have done a video on it, but whether this is his concept in itself, I'm not sure. I can't imagine fib projections are his thing and his thing only, because I don't know, they're kind of not, I don't know, they might be. I might be completely wrong. Someone can tell me in the comments, but I didn't think standard deviations were ICT's thing. I'm assuming OTE is ICT's thing, but I don't think fibs are ICT's thing because they are just maths. But OTE is fib. I don't know. I don't know. Someone can tell me. 2-day open is midnight New York time, so 5 a.m. Irish then. I thought it was as soon as market opens. Yeah, a lot of people think that, but 2-day open is just midnight open. I don't know why, but this is an indicator that I'm using. I haven't drawn this myself. This is an indicator that I'm using, and this particular indicator has 41,000 people like it, so I'm assuming it's correct. What do you think about volume trading? I don't really have an opinion because I've never tried it, but I know people who are successful with it, so whatever works for you. Do you prefer NQ or ES? I usually execute on NQ, and the reason for this is because the maximum number of micros that you can trade with on a funded account with like alpha futures, like lots of funded accounts when you first get them, is 10. And 10 micros on ES is sometimes nowhere near enough because ES sizing is a lot smaller than NQ. So it's like nowhere near enough risk that I'd want to put on. So I end up taking it on NQ, even if ES is stronger or weaker in my particular direction. But if it was funded accounts like separate and they didn't come into play, I'd probably say, I don't know. Sometimes ES can move really clean. Like, ES makes more equal highs and equal lows, which make it easier to understand whether you should execute yet. Like, for example, if we're like in here, right, like in this chop on NQ, like you might be thinking like, oh, like I'm ready to go long, like at this fair value gap. But if you look at ES, we can see, okay, we have equal lows, like we're not ready to go yet. We need to sweep those out, which is literally exactly what we do. So I think using ES as a confluence, even if you don't want to execute on it, just to see where equal highs and equal lows are is so important, because the amount of times I have saved capital from not entering because we've had equal lows or equal highs on ES, even if they don't exist on NQ, even if we have some sort of SMT, I don't care. I will not execute if we have opposing equal highs or lows on ES. I will not enter the trade because like 90% of the time they get swept out before wanting to run to the draw anyway. How come you didn't go live for 2 days? I usually only go live 2 days per week. I don't usually go live every single day because I'm still learning. I'm still developing as a trader. I need a bit of time and space on my own to trade, like with my own thoughts, not with an audience, because trading with an audience is hard. Like I'll get more used to it over time, but it's hard, especially when starting out. Like I only started my YouTube channel pretty recently. Like I've done less than like 40 streams, you know? So it takes a while to get used to. I don't want to stream every single day because I do just want that like bit of time to myself to trade with my own thoughts, because it's a lot easier to understand if I'm having psychology problems when I'm on my own, because I can really like like I can feel the emotion that I'm going through. Whereas when I'm on live, sometimes I feel that I may take a loss due to things to do with the live stream. So I might be distracted by the chat. The chat might have changed my bias around because like I doubted my bias and things. Like live streaming brings in a whole new complex of psychology problems which you don't have when you're trading alone. So but yesterday I was in the dentist for like 5 hours, so I actually couldn't stream. I probably would have streamed yesterday, but I couldn't, unfortunately. We're definitely coming for London low here, but I would not want to get involved in this. In the shorts, I'd want to catch the retracement. I think being patient here is the key. How come talking to someone for you is more harder than with your thoughts? If I don't talk to someone when I'm trading, I go insane. I think it's more the fact that I'm trading for an audience. Like, for the last like 3-4 streams I've done, I've had over 100 people watching me while I'm executing, which like it adds pressure. You have people in the chat trying to reverse your trades and go in the opposite direction, which has been great the last few times because my last few trades that I've taken on stream have hit TP. So that moment is great. But if they had hit stop loss, like it you know, like it's humbling if someone has decided to reverse your trade and you hit stop loss. Like it's very humbling and it's hard to deal with. It makes you feel like shit. Like someone coming in your chat and reversing your trades is just annoying. Like, what are you doing? Go get a job. But yeah, like that's the type of shit that you have to deal with if you're live streaming. Like that's fine. Like it's so worth it for the community that I have when I stream, you know. But that's the type of stuff which can really mess with your psychology. Are you searching for a trade? I'm waiting for London low to get swept, and then I'm gonna look for some bullish structure to go long. We have -4 of this manipulation leg on ES lining up perfectly, or pretty much perfectly, with London low. So I want to see a bounce from London low, to be honest. ES is a little weaker than NQ right now, not by too far, but this low has already been taken on ES and it hasn't on NQ. So NQ is lagging behind very, very slightly. So if we do bounce from -4 perfectly, we may have some sort of SMT, which I wouldn't be opposed to be fair. We also have lots of low resistance buy side liquidity generating right now for us. We have some equal highs here on ES, as you can see. We have equal highs, we have London high, we have London high and Asia high open on NQ as well. So yeah, I'd be interested to see the reaction when we sweep London low on ES. For sure. We also have equal highs right here, which I'd not even noticed. So yeah, lots of draws above for me. Definitely not looking for shorts until proven otherwise. How come you trade before 8:30? I like trading pre-market because you can often use session liquidity. Today was not one of those days, but a lot of the time London low or London high has been swept way before 8:30. And you can kind of use that as confluence to target the opposing one. So yeah, I really like this time. Today has been a little bit sloppy, which is expected due to NFP tomorrow. And we also had unemployment claims at 8:30, which sometimes can be pretty volatile. Today it didn't really do very much, but sometimes unemployment claims can do a bit of damage. So we were just consolidating today. Today was not the best price action for pre-market, but a lot of the time it can be very, very clean. If you go back in your charts, you can see like the bounces from fib rejections lining up with session liquidity. It's really nice. How to make $1 million? I don't know. I'll let you know once I've made $1 million. Watching you for the first time. Happy to trade with you in New York. That's awesome. Thanks for being here. What % profit do you aim when you trade? I don't aim for a percentage of profit. I usually aim for a risk to reward. Usually aim for around 4 risk to reward, but during New York AM session, I sometimes aim for a little lower just because we're so like volatile, and I just kind of go with the vibe. I see where the draw on liquidity is. If I think we have enough room to target 4R, then I will. But if I don't think there is room and we have chance for reversal, then I'll target a little bit less. But I don't tend to target anything lower than like 2R. I would rather wait. We're like consistently hitting like 100 viewers on each live now. It's so fun. Like we're at 95 viewers already, and it's only 9 a.m. New York time. It's so crazy. The streams have grown so much. Alan will tell you. Like we used to be getting like 30 viewers on these streams. I'm not even joking. So this is just insane. Like I'm so happy. And I hope you guys like my new live stream layout. If you've not seen it, this layout is this is the first time that I'm using this on a stream. I made it the other day for my live streams. I hope you like it. Does it make sense for you what you risk and what you get in return? Yeah. My standard risk to reward ratio during pre-market is 4. You use manipulation leg. Yeah. I use the manipulation leg and like a high to a low as a projection as well. Yeah, we literally used to average like 20 to 30 viewers. It's crazy. Do you trade multiple accounts at the same time? I do, but not while I'm on stream. At the moment, I plan to do it on stream a little bit later on, but it's just too much for my brain to handle right now. I just have got a new trade syncer account, which I'm testing out. So I will probably be trading with that. Maybe even tomorrow. Like I would trade with it today, but I've just not had a chance to like set it up and get 100% confident with it before I use it on stream, because then I will have the stream set up to worry about, my actual trade execution, and the copy trader, so it'll be a lot. So I just need to make sure that I'm confident with it before I use it on stream. But yeah, I do use Trade Tinker. Why aren't you looking for short on the charts? I tried to take a short up here, and then I took a loss trying to go long. So when that happens, I took a loss going short, and obviously then got FOMO because, no, sorry, I didn't take a loss. I got break even. As you can see, we came up, broke even, ran to my TP. So at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've missed out on this much profit, getting greedy, FOMO's coming into play. I tried to take a long because I for some reason thought we were reversing here. It didn't make any logical sense for me to take this long, but I did take it anyway. Bad psychology from me. So now I really just need to take a step back and reflect and be patient until the perfect setup presents itself to me. After a loss, I'm really not trying to let that loss affect the rest of my trading session. I let myself take 2 losses max. But yeah, I'm just trying to not let that affect the rest of my trading day. We're also at 9 o'clock. So I'd prefer to wait till 9:30 to take a setup, but I'm not opposed to taking something before, but I'm preferably waiting for the rejection from London low if that's going to present itself. Yeah, I usually live stream on Thursdays and Fridays, but I've been doing it a little bit more often because we've had just so much love on the streams. So from next week, actually, I'm going to be doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for you guys. So that'll be super fun. I'm increasing it to 3 days because we've just had so much love and I've really enjoyed it. Like we've had the community that's been on the streams has been really, really nice as well. So yeah, I'm going to up it to 3 days per week. Wednesday, Thursdays, Fridays. I'll be streaming from 8:30 New York time. And yeah, we can see if we can catch some great trades together. Who knows? Who knows what may happen? How many attempts did you have to pass eval? I passed my second ever evaluation. I passed, but I spent 4 months on it. Can you guys hear that noise outside, by the way? Because if you can, I'll shut this window, but if you can't, then I'll leave it. But that is really loud. For 50k account, how much risk do you reckon during eval and during funded stage? During eval, I think 1% is reasonable, and then during funded, I would say 0.5%, if not less. You really want that non-pressure when you're at the funded stage. But it depends on your average risk to reward per trade, because in order to get a payout, you need the minimum winning day, which is $200. So if you're trading one-to-one risk to reward, you don't want to be doing less than $200 risk, because then your winning day won't even count if you hit a W, you know? You can't hear it. Okay, cool. What playlist did you watch from ICT himself? I watched the 2022 mentorship mainly. I watched a bit of his core content on like order blocks, bits and bobs like that, inversion fair value gaps, I think, silver bullet, all those types of things, but mainly the ICT 2022 mentorship was where I learned most of the stuff. Yeah, 4 months. It was a long 4 months, I'll be honest. It really was. I was also documenting the whole thing on social media, which was pretty painful, I'm gonna be honest. Hi Claudia, I want, what advantage do you see with manual standard deviation if you can just use basically VWAP? I've never tried VWAP, I'm not gonna lie, like I have no experience with it. I just like being able to see, okay, we've got this leg, I'm drawing out this leg, and it also means that I can kind of experiment, right? Because some legs look like great and they look, okay, that looks reasonable, and some of them just don't. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just comes with like experience of drawing them out. Like you get more used to which ones look like they're gonna hit and which ones just aren't. I don't really know how to explain, but I just prefer like visually being able to see, okay, this is why we may reverse here because we are lining up with -4. Like, I don't know, I just prefer it. So after you watched his content, you just started practicing. Yeah, exactly. I started practicing off demo. Okay, ES has now swapped out London Low. I would like NQ to sweep out London Low as well. That would be a lot preferable because it's in such close proximity. So yeah, I wouldn't be too happy if that did not happen, not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of how -3 is lining up perfectly with New York AM low. Like, I don't really want to come down there. I would really like to see a push up from London Low, but we'll just have to see what happens, I guess. Not a lot we can do if price wants to do what it wants to do. Yeah, I am looking for another trade. I'm looking for longs at some point, but whether I'll wait till the open to look for longs, that is another question. Yeah, so I am looking for longs now. Are you Romanian? No, I'm British. I'll take that though. I will take that. Of this manipulation, 2.5 lines up really nicely with London Low as well, so I'd really like to see some bullish structure out of this area, but I would also really like to see flipping NQ take out London Low. Honest, I really would not be too happy if that did not get swept out. Claudia is a Romanian name too. Yeah, I don't know why my mom picked Claudia. Claudia is not a British name whatsoever. I think she just liked it. I really don't know. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be back in 1 sec. I'm like dying for a wee. I don't know why I didn't go before I came on, but I was just frantically like eating my food. Sorry guys, I'm back. Oh, what's going on? What is going on? Why are we disconnected? Please can NQ take out London Low? I really don't like the idea of leaving SMT with us literally like 4 handles away. They got Claudia. Oh, that's so funny. Why did that just spit me? I need to finish my matcha. Guys, Starbucks matcha is so good. Literally so good. We're really having the rejection that I wanted to see out of this area, guys. Like, negative 2.5 of a leg and negative 4 lining up perfectly with session liquidity is just such a key area for us to flip and reject. But I just don't like the fact that we've left SMT. I really don't. I would prefer that to be swept out. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. I really like an entry like right now, but we're very close to the open, so it would be a little risky. It would be a little risky. That's not enough displacement for me to want to get into, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, please don't spam. I'm not, please, no. Please no. Please no. I'm sorry, but I just need to not do that. I'm going to have to put you in timeout for 30 minutes because it's just too much spam for me, please. What's the settings of your fib tool? Let me show you right now. There you go. Take a screenshot of that. How old are you and how much time you have in the markets? I'm 21 and I've been trading for about a year now. Yeah, he was really, really spamming and yeah, I was just not enjoying that. Hopefully you've screenshotted that. That's my fib settings. I have the background off and I turned the trend line off as well. So far it still looks bearish. Yeah, I'm not looking for the longs yet, that's for sure. It may be a case of waiting until the open and then seeing what happens. Seeing what happens. Congrats, by the way. Thank you. Come on, NQ. Sweep out London Low for me. Please. Please sweep out London Low. Please sweep out London Low. Please sweep out London Low. Oops. Are you a full-time trader? No, I'm not a full-time trader. I just want to make that clear. I feel like I need to say this in every stream now. I was saying this on my last stream because people were asking me loads of questions like how much money have you made from trading and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that these people don't know me. So if you're new here, I'm gonna do a little intro. Yes, I do have a Discord. It's linked in the chat. It's pinned. Okay, I'm gonna do a little intro for anybody that's new here. So I have been documenting my trading journey on social media since I started trading. So I basically documented the whole process of learning. When I first started, I didn't even know what a prop firm was. I literally knew nothing, and I basically just posted on social media throughout the whole time. Now Instagram is my biggest platform. I have like 20,000 followers on there, and I've just basically been documenting the whole process. So people have seen me like do my first prop firm challenge, blow my first prop firm challenge, pass my first prop firm challenge, etc., etc. Right now, the current situation that I am in my training journey is I have multiple funded accounts. I haven't had my first payout. I haven't made any money trading, and I will always be open and transparent about that. So if you're here to signal from me, you might as well click off now. I would recommend signaling from somewhere else. So yeah, I just want to be honest about that, guys. I don't want you to flip and signal from me and think that you're going to make, you know, millions of pounds for your family when it's just not going to happen, okay? I'm still learning, still developing. Yeah, that's the situation that we're in. I hope that that has cleared everything up about that. And I'll always be transparent about that. There's a lot of people in this space who aren't transparent and they say that they make a lot of money and they don't. That's not me. That's not my style. I prefer to keep it open and honest. I'm still on my learning journey, still trying my best to become consistent with this and make it a full-time thing. Right now, it's not a full-time thing. I work for myself. I don't have a job, which is why I'm able to sit here and live stream at 2:15 in the afternoon. But I'm not a full-time trader. Trader is not my full-time. Trading is not an income source for me yet. Of course, that's the main goal, but it's not for me yet. So I want to make that very clear. Are you using an indicator for the session? Yes, I am. It's called ICT Kill Zones and Pivots. It is this one. ICT Kill Zones and Pivots TFO. It's very, very good. You should also turn on True Day Open on the settings. So if you go onto the indicator once you have it, click settings, scroll down to the bottom, turn on True Day Open. How are you affording the Flash lifestyle? I don't have a Flash lifestyle and I don't particularly post about a Flash lifestyle either. So I'm not sure where you've seen that. I don't have a supercar. I don't have anything like that. For your age and for your experience, you are doing great. Thank you so much. And big congrats to be so open about your journey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, I am from India. Don't you work on Bitcoin? Nope, I don't trade Bitcoin whatsoever. 1 year in and you are doing great. It took me 3 to be profitable. I'm 21 too. Congratulations on becoming profitable. That's insane. Well done to you. Miami trips. Okay, guys, I want to make this clear. Miami is not as expensive as you think it is. My flight to Florida was, for a return flight, was £700. Now, obviously, that's a lot of money to spend on just a flight with no accommodation or anything like that. But I still live at home with my parents. I have very little expenses, and I also have a few different income sources, which I've kind of gone into in a YouTube video if you're interested to hear about it. The return flight was £700. I flew economy. I was in like the really uncomfortable seats. And when I was there, I stayed in an Airbnb split between 5 people. The Airbnb total was like £250 each. So yes, £1,000 on a trip is very expensive, and I get that, it's very expensive. But when I was in Florida for a total of 2 weeks. I stayed in Miami for 3 nights and paid for the Airbnb while I was there. But for the rest of the trip, I was staying with a friend at their house, so that was completely free. And the Airbnb was £250 each, split between 5. Like, there was 5 of us staying there, you know? So really, like, it looks, Alan. So yeah, it looks flashy, but Miami is honestly so attainable for any normal person. Like, it's nothing crazy. I mean, it is, like, obviously £1,000 flipping pounds for an Airbnb for 3 nights is crazy, but the view and stuff is why it was so expensive and why we were happy to do it, because we were splitting it between 5, you know? Very different if you're paying for all that shit yourself. Can you show your indicators again? I'm a few months in and trying out different things to see what I like. Yeah, for sure. So this is the indicator that I have on right now. It's ICT Kill Zones and Pivots TFO. It's completely free, so if you type that in, it will just come up. Okay, we've now swept London out on NQ. What am I looking for now? That is the question. That's the question. Go back full screen. Just trying to see what makes sense here for us to reject from. Not really anything that's like really catching my eye, to be honest. Okay, I guess we are rejecting from -3 of this leg. Where is this leg? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait for the open and see. I would like for us to go a little bit lower in the reverse, to be honest, because nothing like us rejecting from here doesn't make too much sense to me right now. If I'm being honest. I don't really know why we would reject from there in terms of any sort of fibs. Really like that. I kind of want to use 5-minute fibs here, just because the ranges are quite. Delete some of these so I can actually understand what the hell is going on. Okay. Sometimes when you're using fibs, honestly, you just have to delete them all off your chart and start again, because you end up drawing that many that you're actually like, where have I even got this from at this point? I really just need to start over. That has happened to me way too many times, actually. Do that body low. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What does this one make more sense? I feel like this one makes more sense to me. That one is like. Oh, I don't know. It's really adding up. That, I like that. I like that one. Oh no. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay, let's go out to 1 minute. Okay. We just are still going down. I feel like this one just definitely does need to be on my chart. That -3 lining up there is just kind of throwing me off a little bit and making me think that we may want to come there. Which is not ideal, because I wanted us to kind of reverse right here, right now, but it doesn't look like it wants to do that. So, yeah. So, yeah. Let's put that in black. Black. There we go. Nope. Right. 5 minutes away from the open. Definitely waiting till the open now to figure out what the hell he is going on. Gonna be patient here because I'll be honest, I wouldn't be too happy if we just start tanking from here. I'd want to see us come down some sort of key level, like negative 2.5 here would be nice. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for the open and reassess. I'm still bullish though. But yeah. Hi, I just subscribed to your channel. I really appreciate you sharing your trading knowledge for free. It's genuinely helpful and generous of you. Also, I have to say your eyes are absolutely beautiful. They have such a calm. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you. Yeah, I want to share as much knowledge as I possibly can. Like there's a lot of people out here in the trading space who have a course and stuff. That is never going to be me. That's never going to be my intention. No matter how much money that I can prove to people that I can make from trading, I just can't imagine myself ever dropping a course. It's just not my vibe. Like, I don't feel like that's what life is about. If you can genuinely make money from charts, why do you need to sell a course? And I get why people do, even though they're profitable. I completely get it. It's another income stream. Like, I do really get it. But me personally, I would rather have other income streams from other things than taking like 6 grand off people. I don't know how to describe. It's just not my thing. Yeah, I still think we're going lower. It makes absolutely zero sense for us to bounce right here, in my opinion. I just can't find any fibs which line up here. Or, like, it just makes no sense. I want us to come a little bit lower on the open. I want us to wick and then see some displacement upwards. So my ideal scenario for the open is, what I would want to see if I stay bullish is I want to see us wick down a little more into like this area, and then reverse up high, break above this high here, and then break down into OTE. I would enter here for longs. That diagram is really, really great and really, really helpful. Take a screenshot of that, add it to your trading notes. That diagram is really useful, as you can see. I am being sarcastic, by the way. That is probably the worst diagram anyone has ever seen, but you get the gist of it. Good morning, the wine is chilling. Let's kill it today and have a toast to everyone. Love that. Love that. I wish I had some wine chilling. I really do. But unfortunately, not today. We're locked in and I'm off to the gym after this stream. That's what I want to see. I want to see us break a bit lower. We also have equal lows here. So yeah, absolutely no chance. I think they're actually not, to be fair. But still, I still just think we're going lower. I might be wrong though, who knows, but I still think we have room to go lower. In my opinione. I think we are still going a little lower, but I might be wrong because from what I see, it's a nice little rejection higher. We'll just see what price wants to do for us. To be fair, we have a negative 2.5 here, but I would have wanted to see it be a bit more, like, accurate. I mean, I guess it was only a few ticks off, but it's not, like, completely amazing, is it? That doesn't look like it wants to go a little bit lower, does it, really? Not really. Not really. We'll see. If we can get some strong displacement candles, I'd definitely still be open to getting involved with longs, but I like to know, like, why are we rejecting from this specific area? And like, I know it's London low, but Like, I want to know why ES has gone slightly lower. Like, that negative 2.5 is the only fib that I can find that makes sense, but it's still not that perfect, is it? Anywho, sometimes you just got to accept that you're not going to know everything exact, are you? Expected a reversal from London low, which has played out, so I've just got to not get too bogged down about me not finding a perfect lines up, I suppose. NQ's definitely a lot stronger off the open, as you can see. I feel like checking the higher time frame at this point is definitely a good idea. Alright, we're still trading inside of this hourly bullish fair value gap. Nice to know. 4 hourly bullish fair value gap. Nothing too notable on the daily chart. This is nice for longs, it really is. This is a nice long setup. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? Do we want to enter at OTE? I don't know. I think an entry at OTE could be nice. Let's just check the 15-second for a minute. I don't want to rush into anything, but I was a little suspicious because ES was lagging behind a lot, but it seems low-key fine now. So I would be interested in entering an OTA of this leg, but the 15-second is telling me we may not want to come back there. I'm just gonna hop onto MNQ just in case I do want to take anything. I'm gonna be super chill about the scenario though, because I'm not 100% sure. I mean, this is what I would be looking for. Break even there. Yeah, I can honestly, I can vibe that. Let's just see. Okay, we're not gonna hold this. Preferably don't want us to hit a true day open, to be honest. Before retracing, that would not be the vibe. That would not be a vibe. Yeah, that really wouldn't be a vibe at all. Such a shame our friendship had to end. I'm not. Let's get ES up on this other screen right now so I can just see. Oh, what are these? What are those? Oh, I think they're 15-second lows. I don't really need to worry about those, I don't think. 1 minute. I know, good. Oops. Oops, I did it again. Doesn't look like it's gonna offer us anything, does it? Really? I'm not 100% sure about entering longs just yet. Even if we do retrace. Yeah. Is that -4 to the tick? Yeah, that is -4 to the tick. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Even if we do retrace, I'm not a fan of that entry at all, to be honest. TBH, TBH, TBH. At least our bias was right, I guess. Didn't offer us an entry, unfortunately, before the open. I mean, an entry off this leg, honestly, so fire, but I would never take an entry like this at the open. But you can see how nicely these candles are respecting OTE here, like 0.79, 0.705, 0.5, and then we just literally tank. But that is just not a favorable setup in the sense that it's very, very risky to take something like that so near the open, because it's just so easy to get wigged out at the open. I mean, this reacted really cleanly, but yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to be involved in that, even though it hit very nicely. We've just wicked negative 2.5 right now. I think we do still have room to the upside, but I'm not keen. I'm not keen just yet. Not keen just yet. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, rain. Oh, why? Okay. This is so confusing. I always have NQ and ES on left and right. There we go. Purple rain. Purple rain. Why do I keep doing it on there? Silly, 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 silly. Just cooking. Just cooking. Just cooking. Why is that? Oh, okay. That confused me for a moment. ES is coming up to True Day Open right now. Highs though, I would have liked to catch the shorts down back into this range like a little scalp, but not when we have equal highs left there. That's not happening. That is not happening. I think catching the continuation higher is the optimal idea for right now. Now let's see if this lines up nicely. Okay, love that. Yeah, this is an optimal entry for me right now. So I'm going to set a limit at 0.62 of this leg. We have, as you can see on this side, we have negative 2.5 lining up with 0.62 perfectly. I'm gonna have my stop loss. I'm gonna do it 30 points, just below 0.79 is all that we need. And then yeah, I'll decide my target a little bit later on, but that is what we're doing right here. We may want to go without us, but we'll see, I guess. I want to do something like that. For risk. For risk. That's what I'm looking for, guys. Something along those lines. See if we can get it or not. See how ES is looking. Okay. I would love to see something like that, but NQ is a lot stronger. We'll just wait and see. And if we start rejecting higher with no entry, then we'll reassess. But for now, I think this is pretty okay. I don't think we're done going higher yet. Especially because we left equal highs. That is what is like, yes, this is nice. Yes, this is nice. Yes, this is nice. Let's see if it wants to fill us in or not. For the entry. For the entry or not. Let's see if it's true or rubbish. Let's go back in the 1 minute too. Purple rain, purple rain. I want to see minis for a sec. Just gonna turn my chat off for a little bit while I am messing around with executions, just because I don't want my psychology to be messed up at all. Will Trudeau open players out to our limit? No. No, it won't. Damn. What is this? I don't know. Why does that not line up on here? It did on actual NQ though, right? Yeah. What? Why is everything just so wrong on minis? I do just want to change this around because it's just not correct. Minis and micros right now are so out. Like you can see this leg. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Because I do that. There we go. Okay. It all makes sense now. Yes, that is where I want my limit. Okay, that's fine. Got purple rain stuck in my head. I'm not going to lie. That's great. That's what I want. Okay, yes, back up. I feel like that's important right now. To understand what is going on. Thank you. It's just hit 0.5. Negative 2.5 and 0.62 lining up is just like almost too good to be true. You hardly ever see that shit. So if I see that, I am taking that. And if it doesn't hit, then it literally doesn't matter because that is like optimal entry. That's like optimal trade entry. Not just optimal trade entry, it's optimal entry. We also have negative 2.5 on ES lining up with 0.79, which logically makes sense for this trade if we are still bullish, because ES is slightly weaker. So ES is going to want to retrace a little bit lower into the OTE. So it makes perfect sense. So whether we win or lose this trade, I'm very happy with the setup. And whether we even get filled or not, that's also a question for right now. It looks like we are going to though, which is nice. Oh wow, don't do that. No. No, we're not being so for real. Guys. Don't panic. Nobody panic, okay? Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Maybe if I bring this closer, it will make it want to fill right now. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. Literally missed me by like a tick. A handle. One handle. Missed me by one handle. Are you serious? We cannot be so for real right now. We cannot be so for real. Honestly, this is fine. Like, I'm happy to re-enter OTE of this upward leg if we get one, I think. Oh, not 30 minutes. That's not what I wanted to see. That is low-key so annoying though, guys. You don't even understand. That is annoying. Like, ES came down to negative 2.5 and has respected that perfectly and is pushing up. So, like, I can't even be mad because this is, like, the perfect reaction that I wanted if my bias was correct, but we just did not get fulfilled. Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. Where are we at? Okay. You know what? This is fine. I wouldn't even want this to come down here now anyways. So we're going to get rid of that. That is very unfortunate. I'm not going to lie to you. So what I want to see now is I want to see us close above this high and then come back to OTE. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, negative 2.5 is lining up with London high perfectly off this manipulation. So now what I want to see is an entry from OTE of this leg. Now, let's see what we got. Something like that would be perfect. Okay. Please don't miss my limits again. That would be really sad. Are we stopping? Are we not stopping? Are we still going higher a little bit? What are we doing? Oh, right, still going. Still going. We're still going. We're still going. Okay, queen. No. No. Just get rid of this. I'm gonna have to reassess once I actually know what we're doing here. Okay. Is that a 15-second manipulation? I'll just get in with enough room down to that level. Like that's sweet. Limit. Right there. Okay. Yeah, that's honestly fine. Okay, we're in. We're in the trade. We are in the trade. There we go. Let's just put that there. There we go. Okay, I'm risking like $200 on this trade. I like this to London high. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do, whether it wants to play or not. Whether it wants to be nice or not. That's the main question. How many R's are we at that high? I think we definitely go break even right here. Out the way now. Make that bigger. Break even right here, I think, is a good. No, I want that in capital letters for the aesthetic, girl. Oh, I have caps on. That's why that's happening. This is a nice rejection so far. So far, so good. But you can never be too sure. Okay, break even. Nice and fast break even, which is what we want, guys. It's what we want. Moving my stop into profit because flippage, man. Flippage. Full TP at London High. Risk-free trade, guys. Woo! This is low-key the perfect setup. We missed our initial entry by literally one handle, guys. Which is sad. But yeah. Let's just see whether it wants to play out or not. Let's see if NQ wants to be nice to us or not. Let's just check the actual NQ chart. What I've noticed today is micros and minis are very, like, just out of sync today. They really are. Had such a nice rejection from 0.5. Do you guys see that? It was so nice. We literally had 0 drawdown. Straight to break even within, like, 2 minutes. That is what I freaking love to see. Literally the best trades. Negative 2.5 lining up with London High is just chef's kiss. This doesn't hit, I'm gonna be like not disappointed whatsoever because this is just the perfect setup. And if this doesn't hit, like this is just part of the probabilities. Like, you know when you're in one of those trades and you are like, this is perfect. Like, I'm so happy if this loses, I'm so happy if this breaks even, I'm so happy of everything because I couldn't have done anything differently for this. Everything is lining up as it should. If this doesn't hit, it's just one of them where you're like, I did my best. I did my best. It is what it is type vibe is what we're going for. Here, I want to get rid of some of these fibs because there's a lot going on here, guys. There really is a lot going on, and I'm getting a bit overstimulated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if we're gonna reverse and get break even, it'd probably be around here. That is where I wouldn't be too shocked if we broke even, because we would be using this -4 right here, or maybe even this -3.5. But I really do think that we want to come to London High. But you can't predict price. You can only react off what price gives you. Some words of wisdom for you right there. Some words of wisdom. Some words of wisdom. I'm gonna put ES back on just so I can monitor SMT problems, you know. ES does still have equal highs resting above, so someone is ringing me on Instagram. That's interesting. How are we doing? How are we doing? ES having equal highs above at -2.5 is really nice, but it's also making me think that that is a really potential area of reversal, this area here. So I may take a micro off when ES takes this out. I think that would be the smart decision, and to just reduce that to 2. If we get up there, I think this area right here, -2.5 lining up with equal highs, I think we take off a micro for sure. I think that would be smart of us to do. Not looking to take a partial yet because we are only like 1.5 hour up. So I'd honestly rather just like get break even than take a little partial there. You know what I'm saying? Actually, this fib doesn't even make any sense. Okay. Maybe I won't take a partial there, honestly. I don't know. I don't really know. I think a partial here would honestly be good. What do you think? We want to even come there. We look like we might be rejecting out of this area rather than coming up there. You know what? We'll whack one in there just to be safe. And if we reverse now to my break even, then it's literally my bad for not taking a partial, you know? It is literally my bad. What am I doing? So slow. Brain's not braining right now. Yeah, I think that is a good place to take a partial. Probably should have taken one, but that's fine. That's fine. Someone is like soaring something or doing something, some type of building, and yeah, not the best. Prefer if they didn't, I'm gonna be honest. Nice. First little partial taken. Love that for us, guys. Love that for us. We have lots of equal highs above us on ES, high key. So, yeah. Let's just get rid of that and just do 2. Always forget to do that when I take a partial. I've done that before, not edited the number of contracts here. Full TP will be 3.75R if we hit that today, which would be super nice. Honestly, trailing my stop now that we've hit -2 up to this low. I don't think we need to come back down and do anything if we're gonna hit London high right now. So that's why I've trailed my stop. ES has just taken out equal highs. Let's open up the chat now that we have our stop in profit. I feel we're fine. What am I doing? Where is my live chat? I have so many tabs, guys. Do you see this? Do you freaking see this? I have so many freaking tabs. There we go. I found it. I found it. Okay, let's see the chat. Let's see the chat. Oh my gosh, 166 people. Love that. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Where do you place Fibonacci? What do you mean? Which one do you want me to explain? Congrats. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Guys, we're getting close to our TP right now. Getting close. Now that we've hit -2.25, I'm trailing my stop up to here. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Guys, we had this trouble in my last stream. If you were here, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you literally edged my TP like 3 times. Come on. No! Always do this to me. Oh, we just have it straight. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bang. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Bang! Full TP! W's in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. We hit full TP 3.75R on stream. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. That was such a clean trade. Such a clean trade. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. I was in drawdown on this funded as well, guys, which is so nice. We should be just under break even, I would hope. Yeah, okay, I'm only in 150 of drawdown. We made $620 on that trade, so just over 3R trade in total because I took a partial. W's in the chat. Let's fucking go, guys. That was so clean. I'm so happy right now. Let's go. I'm gonna put a video on my story. Let's go. Let me just turn my indicator off. It looks cleaner without it. Should I do a picture or should I do... I want to do a picture. I feel like a picture's pretty cool. Then I could maybe use this for a post. Just aura farming. Don't mind me, guys. Just aura farming. Let me move my mic so you can see everything. So clean. It's all clean. Why is my camera on my Instagram not working? Final TP smashed live on stream. Smashed live on stream. Final TP smashed live on stream. My friend's watching me right now. I've just seen it in the group chat. Everyone say hi, Lewis, in the chat. Oh my gosh, Lewis is here. See his video. Everyone say hi to Lewis. The reverse traders are fucking punching the air. They actually are. They actually are. That is so funny. W. Guys, that was such a clean trade. That was the cleanest trade I've taken in a while. Actually, no, it's not. I hit some clean ones last week, to be honest. W. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We took the same trade. Nice. Love that. Love that. Love that. Thanks so much for that trade. You're welcome. You're welcome. I literally said to people at the start, don't signal me. But it's fine. It's your choice. This is not financial advice. 150 viewers. 160 viewers? Like, 160 viewers in full TP is like chef's kiss moment, guys. That was the cleanest setup ever. If anyone wants me to do a little trade recap, let me know, and I can do that right now and explain to you exactly why I took the trade. Let me know and I can do that for you guys. The old Claudia would have crashed out after a loss on stream. You know what? You're so fucking true. That is so true. I could high-key see a reversal coming in right now. I'm not gonna lie, like, should I take shorts? Yes, please. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a trade recap for you. I do kind of like shorts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take them on a funded, obviously, because that would just be silly. But I do like shorts from here. Like on ES. ES looks clean for shorts right now. Something like this would be so clean. Nope, that is a long position. Something like that would be so nice. I personally believe. But I'm not gonna take that. Your teeth are blinding me, bro. Yeah, that's so fucking white. Okay, let me break down the trade for everybody who wants to know. Okay, so I came into the day bullish. If you weren't on the stream before if you went on the stream before market open, I came into the day bullish. Now, the reason why I was bullish is because although ES had swept out Asia high during London session, NQ did not. So we have London high and Asia high, both in close proximity to each other, left open. I was anticipating us to sweep out London low, which we did, as you can see, and then reverse. So what I wanted to see, I said this on stream, I said, I want to see us sweep out London low and then see some displacement to the upside, which is exactly what we got. We got sweep of London low, displacement to the upside. So then I'm thinking, okay, I want to catch an entry, but I don't want shit risk to reward. If I caught an entry just based off impulse of these candles, my risk to reward would have been 1.3, right? But if you're smart with your entries, you can go from a 1.3R trade to a 3.75R trade just from being patient and understanding OTE, right? So I see this displacement on the open and I'm thinking, okay, I want to get into a trade here. I initially wanted to get into a trade from 0.62, which as you can see, we did not trade down into, so my limits didn't get filled. But this is the thing which used to throw me off a lot. If I missed out a trade from my limits not being filled, or whatever it is, I'm not fast enough, I would chase the trade rather than just waiting for the next setup to present itself. And the next setup presented itself for me literally 4 minutes later. If you can't wait 4 minutes for another setup, you need to practice patience in your spare time. I literally waited 4 minutes and got into the perfect setup. I had 2 ticks of drawdown, literally 2 handles of drawdown before it headed to my TP. We were at break even in the first 2 minutes. Like, it's so worth just controlling your emotions, controlling your mind and thinking, okay, this one didn't hit, that's fine. Let's take a step back. Let's look, okay, what makes sense to happen here? Is there another entry for me to get into here? There was. Okay, we came down, we reacted from 0.5, so I'm thinking if we are bullish and we've had displacement from 0.5, we don't want to come down to where my limits are here. So I'm going to delete those and reassess. Okay, we now have this bullish leg. Maybe I could enter at OTA. I entered at 0.5 of this bullish leg, targeting negative 2.5, which lines up perfectly with London high, which as you can see, we literally fucking top ticked here. Like, we've reversed from where my final TP was. We have this manipulation leg, which is where I've got the negative 2.5 from. This is my final target. I have my stop loss below 0.79 because if we invalidate 0.79, especially because NQ, if we invalidate 0.79 on NQ, when NQ is the stronger asset, as you can see, ES invalidated 0.79 here, but I'm not too bothered because ES is weaker. So NQ is the one that we're looking for confluence of whether we're respecting OTE. So if we're breaking below here, like, I'm no longer looking for buys. I want to reassess and make sure my bias is right and that I've not married my bias. So that's why my stop loss is there. I just give it enough room to come down to 0.75 if we need to. We shouldn't need to come below 0.79 if we're going higher when NQ is the stronger asset. So my entries here, we literally have 2 ticks of drawdown and we head straight to final TP. Now, how did I get my final TP? Why didn't I hold for Asia high here? I would have got stopped out. I trailed my stop. If I held to Asia high, I would have got stopped out in profit rather than hitting a 3.75R. The reason why I didn't hold to Asia high is because negative 2.5 and your negative 4 are the 2 projections off your fib where price is likely to reverse from. So you can limit negative 2.5. Like, if I wanted shorts, you could limit this. Set a limit right there. Give yourself a bit of room. Target, I don't know, whatever the hell you want. Truly open, whatever you want. So when I seen a negative 2.5 or a negative 4 leg lining up with session liquidity or midnight open or a previous daily high or a previous daily low or equal highs, equal lows, that to me is such a key draw in liquidity, and that's what we had going on here. Now, the way I draw my manipulation legs is I draw them. Let me just delete this one so you can see the leg a little bit better. But I draw them in this way. I draw a manipulation leg. So as you can see, this is manipulated and then turned around. So this leg of price here is a manipulation. I draw them from present to past, from wick to body. So I have drawn this exactly like so. Let me just delete these. I have drawn this from present to fast from wick to body, and as you can see, our negative 2.5 lines up perfectly, and we literally get a bounce from there. Even if we're still bullish, we still get a bounce from there. I don't want to be in the trade anymore. I'm happy I took full TP there. I would have got stopped out in profit. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Bro, how do I get white teeth like that? I literally got composite bonding yesterday. So yeah, that's how. You were doing so well. So yeah, that's how I took the trade. That's why I took the trade. Any questions, let me know. Hey Claudia, how have you found progress since adopting your latest strategy of the fibs versus what you were trading a couple months ago? The fibs have changed everything for me. They have changed everything for me. Literally, you can go back to like 5, 6, 7 live streams. Go onto my YouTube channel, click lives, go back 5 or 6 live streams. Like, that's how close proximity we're talking. And look at the difference in my trading. Just look at the difference on how I'm talking, whether I know what direction we're going in, literally everything. Like, it has changed my whole perspective on the markets. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It really has changed the game for me. How did you become so smart and disciplined? I was told that blondes are not that smart. Well, I'm a fake blonde, if that helps. I am, like, my natural hair color is like mousy brown. It's like very, very light brown. My natural hair color is this color, the color at my very root there. That's my natural color. So I'm not actually blonde. I've always been academic throughout, like, school and stuff. I was super, like I was so stressed about getting good grades and things like that. So I guess it starts from there. You gain discipline from being academic in school, and like actually enjoying school helps you, I guess, because you gain discipline from that. So that's one part of it, I guess. I was doing engineering before trading. That's what like my original career path was, to do engineering, which I did for a little while. And like, to get into any sort of engineering job, like, you need to have some level of discipline, because obviously they're quite competitive. So yeah, I don't know. I've just always like wanted to be successful. Like, always wanted to be successful. Like, I've always known since I was literally like 5 years old that I didn't want to be average. Like, I didn't want to earn an average salary. I didn't want to have an average job. I didn't want to have to rely on anybody for money, whether that is a partner, a parent, a boss. Like, I didn't want to have to do that. I've always wanted to work for myself, because if you work for yourself, the amount of money you make is solely based on you. When you work a 9 to 5, the amount of money you make is solely based on what the people above you think of you. Why would you want that? Obviously, nobody wants that, but some people just like actually have the drive and effort to go out there and try and do something themselves, you know? Hi Claudia, how do you determine if it will go up? Sometimes when it comes to market open, it will seek and destroy. I know exactly what you mean. And sometimes the best way I would put it is, off market open, you can often see a manipulation at 9:30. And that's what you may have thought this was here, right? And that makes sense. But if you look to the left, your left-hand side of price is all you have to tell you what's going on, right? And to our left-hand side, we don't have the accumulation. We actually have a clear downtrend, which is just generating and generating and generating more and more low resistance buy-side liquidity that we are going to want to sweep out, right? So if all of this here was actually just zigzag price action like this, I would be less inclined to get involved in the longs. I would want to be a part of the shorts. No one wants to be involved in the manipulation. You want to be involved in the distribution, unless it's a higher time frame manipulation and you're executing on the lower time frames. Okay, that's fine. But if you're on the lower time frame and we're zigzagging back and forth in a consolidation, and we then manipulate at 9:30 higher, you don't want to be a part of the longs here. But we weren't consolidating. We were in a clear downtrend. We are generating and generating more and more low resistance, like literal trend line liquidity. Like, you can use trend lines if you want. Like, they're high key helpful for understanding like what we're going to want to sweep out. We want to sweep out all of this low resistance liquidity. we come down to London low. We reject from a key level here. We literally sweep out session liquidity and we reject with displacement. And then we can figure out from our fib projections, where are we likely to want to go? Where's our final destination? Even if this isn't our final destination, we don't care. We've taken a piece of the pie. We've taken 3.75R. We don't care if it wants to continue up here or reverse and go down to New York AM low. Like, we literally don't care. We've caught the piece of the pie you want to know. And this is what kind of like threw me off when I first started. I was like, I need to know exactly where we're going and where the final destination is. You don't. You need to know, where's it going next? How can I profit off that? That's it. And you can use what's to the left of you to figure that out. You can project price. You can project manipulation legs or highs to lows to understand how far we're going. And then you can look to the left to see, okay, which direction we're going in. And if it's unclear, you don't trade and you wait for it to be clear. And this trade for me was optimal because negative 2.5 and negative 4 lining up with session liquidity are just key areas for me in general. And I would be surprised if we didn't come down to at least true day open from here. So like I could have profited from this trade as well. I mean, we're weaker on ES, but you know what I mean. I guess ES is actually nicer. Let's see if ES has rebalanced this yet. The 0.5. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So clean. So clean, so nice. And who knows where we're going to come to. We may even want to come all the way down here today. I don't know. I mean, let's project from the top and we can try and predict where we're going to go. If we are bullish here and we do want to continue lower, where makes sense for us to come to? Down to negative 2. Negative 2's lining up pretty nicely with these lows. I know that negative 4 lines up with New York AM low from a fib I had earlier, so like I wouldn't be opposed to us coming down to here. But this was just like the optimal entry for me because I was bullish coming in. But I do think we are going to drop from here, to be honest. Or at least retrace a little bit. But I do think this entry is nice. Like, you would be at break even right now. Let me read some comments. Opinions on FTMO. I've only ever used them once, but I'm fairly sure they're a very reliable firm. Where did you learn about this fib? I learned everything fib related from Ivan Trades. I'm going to put his YouTube in the chat. He has loads of free source on them on his website. If you type in Ivan Trades, I'm pretty sure his YouTube name is his first name and his last name, but I can't remember his last name. But just type in Ivan Trades and it will come up. Yeah, I learned everything about fibs from him. I'm scared of taking the fib sometimes on limit orders. How to fight this or how to build more conviction? I completely understand that, and I was like that at the start as well. It feels scary, especially if you're used to market orders, because you are literally limiting when price is going in the opposing direction to what you are anticipating it going to. Like, you can see, like, because I was on the 15-second chart when I entered, right? And you can see, like, we have some displacement down towards my buy limit. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I just gonna, like, get, like, ran through here? And that can happen sometimes if I'm wrong. And that's just something that you have to build confidence in the model itself, because obviously the model is not going to work 100% of the time, guys. No model works 100% of the time. And that's what you have to get into your head. Sometimes your buy limits will get hit and price will go straight to your stop loss, either because you're wrong or because of probabilities, either or, right? You can learn from mistakes. You can learn from wrong biases, wrong trades. But probabilities are something you can't avoid. You are going to take losses sometimes. The way to build conviction in a model is to go back into previous price and build confidence. I would recommend TradingView Replay for this rather than FX Replay. And the reason for this is because I don't think you should backtest the strategy until you're confident. I think you should actually just go and find the model in data. So we could literally, like, we could do a day together right now. Let's just go on a different chart real quick. So let's go here. Let me just do my thing. Okay. let's go to a different day here on replay. Which day looks kind of nice for us to use? Let's do this day. This day looks kind of nice. Okay. So, what you want to do is you literally want to, you don't want to backtest, you want to let price play out and then try and find the model. That is the best way to build conviction, and screenshot examples of the model rather than trying to backtest. That's my best piece of advice. So let's just let this play out and then we can try and understand, okay, why did we go here? Why did we do this? Why did we do that? Let's see if we can understand what's going on. So pre-market on this day was pretty rubbish. Like, we were kind of chopping around. London low was left open, but we have true day open above us, and we also have Asia high above us. So I would say that I would be bullish on the day, even though London low is left intact. When we have true day open above us and Asia high above us, and as you can see in terms of like general price action, we have all of this buy side liquidity above us. So I would be bullish on the day, even though London low has been left intact. So now I want to try and find the model. I want to find the model so I can screenshot it and add it to my collection of the model so I can understand it. So let's try and understand, why did price turn around at this point? This obviously must be a key level of some sort. Let's try find a fib rejection, which makes sense for us to reverse it. So let's go. To find the bottom, we have to go to the top. So let's go to the top. Okay? And let's find a fib which makes sense. So I'm going to mark out this manipulation here. Okay, this manipulation is quite nice. We're rejecting from negative 3.25. We have displacement here. We have displacement. This is at around 9 o'clock. I'm not sure I would want to enter at that point, to be honest. Let's see. See where we're going. Okay. Cabbages and greens. Broccoli. I mean, you could enter this, to be honest. Like, it would have been totally fine for you to enter this. Like, I'm not sure. No, I probably would have entered this. Potentially would have entered this. You'll stop just below 0.79. Okay, let's figure out our targets. Where are our targets? Let's use this manipulation leg that we have right here. Literally target whatever you want. We have -4 right near Asia high. We held for Asia high, would be on 13.61R. Like, just mark out trades which make sense. You think you would spot them, just spot them out, screenshot, add to a collection. Have your screenshot collection in front of you. Make sure you learn the model. Learn the model by going through old data, screenshotting examples, finding the model in price action. Then you can start backtesting. Let's go back onto the actual chart now. Are we still in replay mode? Let's get out of replay. Okay. Boom. The trade setup that I marked out, look at that. Looks like it's playing out, guys. Kinda wish I took it now, but anywho. Why didn't you hold to Asia highs? Because -2.5 lined up perfectly with London high here. And when that's the case, it's a key place of reversal, which is why I didn't hold to Asia high. And if you held to Asia high, you would have got absolutely cooked. I literally like top ticked high key. Let me go on to MNQ and I'll show you. Look at that. Guys, we top ticked. Are you seeing this? Are you fucking seeing this? Look at this other entry we would have taken. We would have been cooking on gas right now. I would have taken 90% of my position off at this low. Hold to New York AMLO. So clean. Literally like 3 handles of drawdown. So clean. So clean. So nice. So clean. So nice. So clean. Okay, this stream has been so much fun. Yeah, OTE. OTE is the entry model here. I took the longs. Nice. Me too. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Cabbages and greens. I'm gonna put this on my story. This is like, he's so sick. Bang, 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 bang. Love it, love it, love it. Where did you learn ICT model? I learned everything to do with fibs from Ivan Trades. His YouTube is tagged in the chat. Alan put it in the chat before. You see another setup, will you take it? Honestly, this short setup is the other setup that I would have taken, but like I'd literally just taken the longs. Like I wasn't really looking for anything else. I'm happy to just take my win and be happy for the day, you know? Take my dub and be happy. We have NFP tomorrow, guys. So I may full port a little evaluation. What do you think? I don't know whether NFP will be that volatile. I don't know. I don't know. If you're against full porting, I apologize. I watched a few of his videos and it's not clean. You make it so clean and nice to learn. Wait, you watched ICT or Ivan? Do you only trade futures? Yeah, I only trade futures. How did you learn trading and how can I learn it? Because 5 years ago I want to learn, but how I'm afraid to be scam. Your best bet is just learning from YouTube. Learn from free YouTube videos. There's so many resources out there. Oh, Ivan I watched. Oh, you didn't think Ivan was too clear about explaining? That's interesting. Tomorrow you can put your drawdown account into positive with another winner. I hope so. I hope so. That would be nice. We'll have to see. Post NFP price action may be nice, but PM session may be nicer tomorrow, but I won't be trading PM session, to be honest. I don't understand anything Ivan says sometimes. I tried finding the model video and I'm only seeing a 15 sec one, but not the whole strat. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have to tell him, Ivan, no one's getting your YouTube video. You made it simpler. He uses like 10 fibs at the same time. You have like 2 or 3. So I do have more fibs on the chart at the start. Like I have loads, but I figure out which ones make sense in terms of price action. Like, do any of them line up with session liquidity? Do any of them like make sense in terms of like just ones that make sense to me? And then I'll delete the rest. Like it is a bit of trial and error when you first come onto the charts. Wow, guys, our shorts call is about to hit PP. That's crazy. Can you show us how you draw your fib again? Did you say wick to body? Okay. there's two different types of fibs that I draw out. There's the manipulation fib, which a lot of the time I will use to see where price is going to go and potentially reverse from. Okay, full TP smacked on the shorts call out as well. That's fucking crazy. We called the high and we called the low. Well, it might not be the low, but you know what I mean. So we have two types of fibs. I usually use the manipulation fibs to figure out where price is likely to go, but I will also use the OTE fibs to see that as well. I'll use both. The OTE fibs, though, I will use these for entry only. I don't use the manipulation fibs for entry. I use OTE fibs for entry only. So there's two different types. So I'll explain both of them to you right now. Manipulation fib is this fib right here. Your manipulation fib is going from present to past. Your manipulation fib is going from wick to body. So you have from present to past, from wick to body. So I'll delete it and redraw it for you. So we have present to past, from wick to body. And you can see there's our 2.5. We literally top tick. You can see that right here. And I did that all on stream. If you've just joined, you can go back and have a look. I took this trade live. That is our manipulation fib. There you go. Our OTE fib, which I used for my entry, is from present to future and is from wick to wick. So we're looking for a swing low to a swing high if we're bullish. We're looking for a swing high to a swing low if we're bearish. Today I was bullish, so I'm looking for a swing high to a swing low to a swing high from present to future, which is this right here. A swing low to a swing high. I entered at 0.5 of this leg. Right there. If I extend it a little bit, you may be able to see a little better. There you go. There you can see my entry is at 0.5 of this leg. And boom. Okay. What you use for entry other than fib, displacement, sweep, what else, SMT, etc. you need to see before placing your fib. Okay. So today I was bullish because we just swept out London high. There's a few different cases on what I would look for, but today's scenario was I saw a session sweep, which lined up with some projection fibs from above. So I see this session sweep, right? We have negative 2.5 lining up from right here. And so I see a session sweep paired with a fib projection, right? I see those two paired together, session sweep and a fib projection from above. I see that play out. Then I want to see displacement from this area, which we can see here. We have displacement. We have clear displacement. Okay? We have clear displacement. What I also want to see in my displacement is I want to see us close above a high. We close above all these highs right here. Now, what you want to make sure of when we have the displacement is that we've not gone to full TP yet. Okay? So if we had come up to negative 2.5 here and we'd reversed from there and we were like perfectly respecting that, I wouldn't have wanted to get into the longs. But we disrespected negative 2.5. We came up and I'm like, okay, I think we want to at least go to -4, if not go to London high, which is above us here. So I'm okay to get in on the pullback. We wait for a pullback into OTE. I wanted to enter in here, but we missed our limits by like 2 ticks. So I entered in on the continuation. So we had a pullback, we continue, we pull back again, I enter on the pullback again. And we target London high, negative 2.5 from our manipulation fib. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to hop off the stream now because I've been on for 2 hours and I'm not looking to take another position today. Oh, there is background noise. Give me 1 minute. Let me just close the window. You guys told me that you can hear the background noise. I would have closed the window ages ago. When do you use the OTE fib instead of manipulation fib to know your target? For example, I don't particularly use it for a target, but I will use it to try and figure out why we're rejecting from a particular spot. So if we're clearly like coming down here and we start rejecting out of here, but I've projected my manipulation fib and I can't understand why we're rejecting out, I will then draw out the OTE fib and see if it makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I will be here on stream again tomorrow, same time. So hopefully I'll see you there. We have NFP tomorrow, so stay safe, be careful. Thank you guys so much for joining and for all of the support. We have had so many viewers today, like it's insane. We had like 170 viewers or something and like 100 viewers throughout. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow.